Mavs fans, Mavs fans, Mavs fans. Luca fans, Luca stands, Luca's grands. Okay, Luca's too young to have grandchildren, which is the perfect segue because why the hell would you trade away your 25 superstar for an old injury-prone superstar? I mean, we did discuss in our last video. You do have a chance to win now, but you already had a chance to win now with Luca. So, what, you get a chance to win super now? Like, come on, man. What is going on, YouTube? It's your boy, Matt the Scat. Welcome to another video. I did dive into this trade talk yesterday. It was an ASMR video, so if you're not into whispering and ASMR, this is the perfect video for you. Also, if you're thinking about joining the members and you like 2K and Madden and more sports talk, please subscribe to the membership. All right, so this is going to be more of the fun, speculative side of the trade, not so much the analytical breakdown. Also, I'm going to break down the full trade this time because yesterday in the video, we literally only cared about the Luka Anthony Davis part. So today, let me share with you all the real trade. So this is the full trade. The Lakers receive Luka Dončić, Max Kleber, I think it's Kleber, Markieff Morris, right? That's who the Lakers get. And chill out on me. This is my backup phone, all right? I'm recording on my main phone, all right? Don't do that to me. I know it's the iPhone, what is this, iPhone 6 or whatever? Don't do that. All right, so yeah, that's who the Lakers get. Mavericks clearly get Anthony Davis, Max Christie, 2029. That's crazy. They only got one first. That's ridiculous. Didn't Rudy Gobert go for like 5 or 4 first-round picks? That's crazy. And then the Jazz get Jalen Hood-Schifino, 2025 Clippers second round draft pick, and a 2025 Mavericks. Wait, so the Mavericks had to give away a The Mavericks gave up I don't care about it being a second. Who gives a damn? They gave up a pick to get rid of Luca? They're drunk. They're drunk. Mavericks fan, your GMs are drunk. Nick, what is his name? Nico Harrison? First of all, if you type in Nico, the hashtag Nico Harrison Twitter, hashtags on Twitter are insane. I can't even repeat what some of the hashtags say. Just go on Twitter. They are flaming this man, bro. Now, let me just, and also, I forgot to put the timestamps in the description for the last video. So I have to go back and do that as well. But I'm going to put it in this video and last video. I got to go back and change that. I'll make sure I won't forget. But that is something. I didn't realize the Mavericks had to give up a second. That's stupid. You should have got more in return. But the fact that you had to give up a second is ridiculous. And you guys see the Tatum jersey in the back? I know it says it backwards, but you know it's your boy. Like KD said, you know who he is. But yeah, I'm going to just reiterate this one point, and then we're going to get to the speculation, all right? Yesterday, I made a point about how I said, if you just took the two rosters today, not assuming that the Lakers make another trade to get a big man or get more defense or whatever, if you just took the Lakers team right now and the Mavericks team right now as is, the Mavericks have a better chance of reaching the finals than the Lakers right now, even with Luka. Now, this is still a terrible trade for the Mavericks because long-term speaking, so it's an L regardless. But if you want to be technical and literal, yes, the Mavericks should still get to the conference finals. The conference finals should be Mavericks, Thunder. I did say in my most recent video that this does soften, not soften, but this does weaken the Mavericks in terms of like, now I think the Timberwolves might be able to get them, especially playoff Ant. The Nuggets might be able to get them. I don't think the Rockets will get them because the lack of playoff experience, and this is their first time being this good in like a decade and a half. But I do think those two teams specifically, the Timberwolves and Nuggets, they are a little bit more equipped now to take down a team like the Mavericks because before they had to go up against two clutch performers in Luca and Kyrie. Now they only have to go up against Kyrie. Yes, you have AD on defense, but when it's time to lock in offensively, you just got to double Kyrie and force Klay to beat you. That's what teams are going to do. But like I said, you are still the favorites to get to the conference along with the Thunder. So that's the positivity of this video. Speculation time. This is what I really want to talk about. Man, I feel like Luka Doncic's value, or the perception of his value, not reality, the perception of Luka's value across the league has just been brought down. It's been lowered. Significant. I don't want to make it like overdo it. I'm not going to say significantly, but I will say it's been tainted a little bit Especially with them saying like he's 270. I saw a picture of him. He doesn't even really look 270. Maybe they were lying, but they were saying he's 270. But it's not even about the weight. It's the fact that they literally moved off of their superstar player at the beginning of his prime because they don't believe in him. I've never seen this. Like, we've seen the Thunder not pay James Harden because they didn't know he was that good. They didn't take him to James Harden wasn't the number one option who took them to the finals when he was on the Thunder. So they didn't want to pay him the money, so they got him. They stopped believing in him, and they just got him up out of here. That's not what this is. Luca took y'all to the finals. Y'all know how good Luca is. Management knows how good Luca is. And they said, yeah, we don't see you being the answer long term. That's why I'm bringing this back to Tatum and SGA. I can't imagine the Timberwolves or the Celtics saying, yeah, I don't think we can win with you going forward. I don't think you're our best option. You're generational, all-time athlete, or well, he's not super athletic, but he's still an athlete. You're going to just give that up? You're just going to just let him walk away because you don't believe anymore? Now, I feel like there's more to it. A few people are starting to say, and I had this gut feeling too, there's more to it. There's more to it. He must have did something. I hope it's nothing illegal because he's still Luka Dončić and I want him to have like a successful career. But I think there's more. I think they're hiding something. I think either that Luka injury is worse than that they're letting the media know, or that it might be career threatening or something like that. There's something else going on at play here in the behind the scenes that we don't know. Now, the James Harden narrative. This trade, and certainly the announcements from the Mavericks organization, does not help the Luka Dončić is not a European James Harden, because that has been a thing since he's been drafted. And I've always saw it, but I recognize that Luka is better. Like, for example, he's more clutch, better post-up player, better natural passer. Even if James Harden averaged double-digit assists, I would still say Luka's a more natural passer. But yeah, in the context of just being in shape, being a superstar, potentially, I'm not going to confirm it, but potentially being like a stat sheet stuffer or a stat sheet guy that doesn't lead to impactful wins, this trade doesn't do a good job fighting those allegations, man. These basically, not confirm it because you can't confirm it because he has a long career to go, but it kind of like suggests that, you know what, maybe he really is just a James Harden player where he's going to have monster numbers, not a lot of playoff success in terms of winning championships, and he's always going to have godly numbers, and he's not going to play defense. So it's crazy. This is crazy. I disagree with the move, of course. The Lakers want to trade. When the Timberwolves and the Knicks had their little thing, I said it was good for the Timberwolves long term, even though it was going to be bad for a short term. This is just bad for the Mavericks because you can make the argument, sure, they can win now, but they already were able to. They just left the finals. What are we talking about? That means the Mavericks literally saw no hope in winning a finals with Luka. That means even if they thought Luka can get them back, they thought it would result into the same thing because of his lack of defense. Which leads me to the next point. I've always said this, and I've never really said it publicly because I think I've seen one person say it and they got like blitzed. But I'm going to say it. I think players like Tatum, Edwards, and I'm not saying them because they're my favorite players on my favorite teams. Yes, I'm willing to admit they are, but this is not a biased comment, all right? I've always thought this. They have more upside than Luka. Luka's already great at, now this is not me justifying the trade. Like I said, even what I'm about to say now, the Mavericks still should have kept Luka. And Luka is better than Anthony Edwards now. Luka has been better than Tatum for pretty much his whole career. I might take Jason Tatum now just because of his versatility defensively. But anywho, I think Anthony Edwards and Jason Tatum have more upside than Luka because Luka, he's already mastered everything. This is about as good as Luka's going to be. He has no more upside. He's already A-tier at everything. He's an A-tier passer, A-tier playmaker. He's clutch. He can post up. He can analyze the defense. He can read the defense. He already mastered double teams. He knows how to make the right play at the right. He's already mastered just about everything in his game. The only thing he can really improve on at this point is be a slightly more efficient three-point shooter. And he takes a lot of tough threes, so that it's never going to be like 45%, or that's like damn near impossible. But 40, like high 40s. He's about as good. I feel like this is 90 to 95% of what we're gonna see from Luca. You know what I mean? There's players like Anthony Edwards who doesn't know how to master double teams, who doesn't know how to do like there's so many different holes in his game, and he's still giving you 27, 5, and 5 with a trip to the Western Conference Finals at 22. So I do see the Mavericks where they're coming from as far as like, this is about as good as Luka Dončić is going to be, because there's nothing for him to improve on, and he's never going to be an elite defender. So you're already looking about 90 to 95% of what Luka's going to be. You see what I'm saying? He's already mastered the game. He was a prodigy out of since 7. So this is about as good as he can get, I feel like. But like I said, there's other things for Tatum and Ant-Man to get better at. Like Anthony Edwards is literally one of the worst mid-range shooters in the game. What if he improves on that? There's so many different holes that Tatum and Ant-Man... Tatum still has not mastered posting up yet. Tatum still doesn't realize he's 6'9" and can get a smaller defender on him and literally just save his energy and post him up. So you see what I'm saying? There's so many different things that Tatum and Ant have in comparison to Luka as far as potential and more upside, that I do say there's a chance that Ant-Man and Tatum could be better than Luka in the future. Some people would say Tatum will take Luka right now. I mean, I'll take Tatum right now over Luka. I would take him too, like I said, for the versatility. That's just how I like to build my team. But Tatum's not at the level where I can just say definitively he's better than Luka. And we know Ant's not better than Luka right now. That's what I'm talking about, upside. Last thing, LeBron. What does this mean for LeBron and the Lakers? Wow. This is Luka's team. Clearly, he's 25 and LeBron's 40. So does this mean that they're shopping LeBron too? Or are they trying to build a right now, win now opportunity for Luka and LeBron right now? So that means they would probably have to trade Rui or somebody and get a defensive mastermind or something like that, or some type of the impact defensive player, versatile, switchable defender, or a big, or both. So I'm curious to see what direction because like I said in my last video, you can't prepare for the future and be all in committed right now. You know what I'm saying? That they literally contradicts each other. So they have to choose a direction. Do they want to try and win right now with Anthony Davis? I just gave Lakers fans PTSD. Do they want to try and win right now with LeBron and Luka? Or do they want to just say, you know what, let's just be competitive right now, and then let's just try to build this thing and shape this thing around Luka? Now, the good thing about this is that Luka and LeBron are very similar, so a lot of the players that will work with LeBron should work with Luka. With that being said, I think I wouldn't be surprised if the Lakers trade LeBron, especially after what they did now, but maybe not this year, but next year. I wouldn't be shocked if LeBron ended up back in Cleveland or somehow, because I think they need a big man. They might try to go get Jared Allen. I don't know if the Cavs would actually let that happen. But yeah, that's my video. That's my take. I might drop a De'Aaron Fox video right after this. We'll see. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'm out. Peace. Hey. I'm sorry, Luka fans. I'm sorry.